Blessings, Soul Tribe, and welcome back to the Priestess Prophecies. It is Priestess Melissa here with you today. Thank you so much for joining your energy with mine. Today we are going to be getting into the Shapeshifter Oracles cards and seeing what it is that we are being asked to shift in our lives. And we're going to see if that's being done in the gentlest ways or perhaps more of the tower ways, if you will. All right, so we're going to then get into the Pirate Tarot deck, the ViceVersa Tarot deck. We will also get some cards from the Crazy Sexy Love Message cards. And don't forget, at the end, Lover's Oracle. All right. So let's take a moment of silence to thank our ancestors, our way showers, guides, all who assist us, angels. Give us the messages that are most needed. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths and relax. Beautiful. Take some time out of your day every day to relax a little bit, to breathe, to take a moment between things that you are doing, because if you don't, I mean, that right there is an act of self-love that will greatly serve you, let me tell you, because I work in a hectic environment of surgery, and we, like for instance today in an 8-hour time frame, we did 7 cases. That's literally a case an hour. And you know, they're pretty basic surgeries, but there's still time in the setup that, you know, that is needed and things like that, the turnover and whatnot, and to actually do the case itself. So that was pretty amazing. Strong work. All right. So what we're going to do today is see what is going on in the Shapeshifter Oracles cards. What is coming out for us? Wow. Beauty and the Beast. Are we dealing with some beastly energies? Could we have a bell here that is, you know, trying to have balance with the 222 there when I saw the timer on the clock? Is she having to make a decision? You need some space in a relationship. Perhaps this person has been overbearing, maybe a love bomb type. The one that, you know, is, oh, how beautiful you are, how lovely you are. But, you know, there's that creepy, eerie sense about it. You know, when you look at this person, you know, why is this beast, if you will, someone who may not even be compatible with this young lady? Maybe it's just the character of this person, just like in the, you know, fairy tale movie that we're all familiar with, right? So are there some characters of a person around you today that is causing you not to be able to connect? The number 8 here is the number of this card, and that would indicate the infinity, or maybe that connection that you feel that you have with this person, like you can't break free from them, like it is your destiny or something of that nature. But look at this energy. No one likes this energy of the feeling of control, of someone who can't be who they truly are, and you know, just be beautiful if that's what you are. You know, why should someone give you a hard time for that? That is what drew them to you to begin with. That is what they found so lovely and so wonderful about you. So where did that dynamic change? And it feels like that this person perhaps changed. Let's read our card today and see what it has to say for us. So Beauty and the Beast speaks. I love you. Therefore, you must obey and always strive to please. You must appease me, sacrifice to me, worship me. Have you been feeling this way in a relationship today? Hit the like button and let me know what is going on for you today in this situation. Do you feel like you're in a dynamic where perhaps you're fearful about the person that you're around? Please don't be afraid to get out of a situation like this. Don't allow someone to make you feel like perhaps that you're in some kind of higher dimension type of dynamic, like a twin flame or something of that nature. And yet deep in your heart, you know, something isn't right here. The way that this person loves or shows their love, the way that they expect from you, right? In return, to take care of them, again, to worship me, to sacrifice to me. Wow, is it that? I mean, you know, on the extreme, this could be like some, you know, dark, really dark stuff where I wow, it's really tripping me up almost because I'm feeling like this, almost like a little bit of a sexual but a dark type of thing. You know, I'm not really sure the name for it. We're going to read a little bit more into this though. This is really a energy that this guy is like literally right over her shoulder. Do you not feel creeped out? Would you not feel creeped out if that kind of energy, even if that person didn't look like that? Does that not look like a ram as well? Wow, very interesting. Devil energy, Capricorn energy, perhaps? Interesting. My love depends on you pleasing me. This rose I give you will wither and die, as you will wither and die. If I take my love away, and I will take it away, should you not love me well. Obey me, be true only to me, ask nothing of me, and your only comfort will be this rose's beauty, and the thorns will remind you of the power I have to hurt you. Does this not feel like a narcissistic relationship? Absolutely. Now, in the end of the Beauty and the Beast, the wonderful part is that he turns into this handsome guy, you know, and he softens his heart and he becomes, you know, that beautiful aspect of the rose instead of the thorny aspect of it, right? And he connects back with his heart. That is the beautiful aspect of how that dynamic ends. But is that typically how that ends? Let's read the card a little bit further. And how it is then that I am your friend and ally, because sometimes the greatest ally you will ever have is the one who dares to share with you the harshest truth. It is no joy for me to reveal that this is taking place, but for now, are you in the power of someone who is far too much like me? Free yourself. The divination of this card says symbols of attachment need to be released. There may be gifts or treasures that link you to others, chaining you to them. It may be best for you to return these. So if you have something of someone else's and you really want to get their energy out of your space and, you know, from being able to affect you, this is saying that perhaps you need to give these items back to that person. It's just like when you know, call back your power to yourself and you send back that negative energy back to those people who have wished it against you. That is the same thing when you give these gifts back to these people, perhaps past lovers, if you will, is particularly what this is talking about. Mutual possessions and gifts are energetically binding and can be forms of bribes or blackmail. Overcome emotional tyranny by seeking your own connection to the divine and to love without the meditation, without the mediation of another person, meaning that you can connect with God. You can, you know, attain any form of connection as strong as anyone else is able to. All right? You don't need anyone else. And this is, I feel, Spirit saying, do not allow this person to control you. I feel such a stronghold, just almost like a tightening around my shoulders and arms, you know, like someone binding someone even. There could be a binding type of spell even, where you feel like you can't leave or move or get away from this person. Seek your own truth and your own power and rediscover your love for yourself. The appearance of this companion is a blessing in disguise. Yes, tyranny is too close. You must free yourself. It is better to escape from this love and to know universal love than to thirst and starve for something no other can truly give you. That is a tough lesson at times to learn, but when you really get to the place where you have been able to allow yourself to heal enough from all of this and really understand that as you get to know yourself, as you really start to tap into your own innate powers and see, what is inside of you, because that's what we all must do to really be able to discover that and not become this tyrannical type of energy. We all have to fight against that so that we can show our beautiful side of ourselves, right? This card says it is better to escape from the love and to know universal love than to thirst and starve for something no other can truly give to you. Awaken and free yourself from the control of a connection standing directly between you and the divine. Awaiting you is a bliss that flows freely, lovingly, and without the price of tears and pain. Wow. Did you not, just looking at this card first of all, but do you not just feel when I was reading all of that narcissistic energy, that type of energy that, literally like you can't be yourself. You always have someone in your space kind of looking over your shoulder, maybe even looking at your phone, constantly criticizing you if you're putting up, too many pictures or, being accused of being an attention-seeking type of person. And, you were probably this type of person before they ever came along. Look at this girl. Yeah, she's definitely was putting up selfies before this guy came along. And, what we know about Beauty and the Beast is like, yeah, that guy had power. He had a beautiful mansion and everything, which, he let go because his energy, basically that beautiful castle was reflecting the energy that he was holding, which was this dark and, controlling energy, the one that doesn't let anyone in and, and stays completely locked up and away from everyone. And no one gets to see who they truly are because they're so, they're caught up in themselves and the pain that they feel about themselves. And if anyone does get close, then they end up, trying to turn them into this dark, it just, to like imprison them. Like that Rose was, in that glass container. And then Belle, he wanted to control her and he wanted to keep her as his prisoner. But yet he wanted her to love him. And it's like, well, you can't, do all of this stuff, keep my father as a prisoner and keep me as a prisoner. And then, I'm just supposed to willingly love you. What is that all about? That doesn't even make any sense. All right, let's get some energy around all of this and see what is going on today. Wow, who is resonating with this energy? Please let me know down in the comment section. But if you are feeling this way, my goodness, this is the Hanged Man, all right? We need to learn our lessons. We definitely need to get ourselves down out of this bind that we have found ourselves in, all right? Spirit is asking you to be aware of what is going on here today. The Knave of Pentacles, you definitely need to make a plan. You need to make a plan to get out of wherever you're at if you're dealing with this energy. You may not have a whole lot to start with getting out there and doing what you need to do for yourself, but this is exactly what you need to do because you know your worth and you know you deserve so much more than what this person has been giving you, right? You can do just as good by yourself, if not better. And I think many of you already know this because maybe many of you were already doing very well before somebody came along. What I see here, this is the Tower, right? It came out in reverse, a near miss, all right? I think you understand perhaps that, a near miss happened here, that you could have really gotten caught up in something. Maybe, I'm going to see what's going on in the past energy, but I do see that you know your worth, even if it's just a small start. I feel like I almost feel like you have a friend or maybe even family member or something like that that is helping you right now, that's giving you encouragement to make the right choice for yourself. Justice, absolutely. So this is the past energy that's coming out. Somebody definitely, I feel like, was made to account for this. I feel like, you know, there was some kind of confrontation perhaps that was made on the behalf of this person towards this beast here, and saying, look, this is no way to treat a lady. How can you even think that somebody should give you a second chance when you're acting this way, when you're acting this beastly way? Perhaps you already gave this person 2 chances. This is the Judgment card. You got 2 X's here, 10, 10. But perhaps those 2 X's, you already gave them 2 chances and they still want to come back. And again, look at this guy that's in Judgment, right? Justice. He's a beastly guy. He's a big guy. He's someone, I see this person, you know, even if he's not physically big, just very controlling and very scary type of energy, right? 2 of Cups, though, you definitely understand your worth. You know, no matter how long you were in this dynamic, I know that you understood always what your worth was. But it's interesting how sometimes we can get caught up in these dynamics, right? Where everything seems so good at first, and then all of a sudden it starts spinning out of, you know, control and goes left, and you're like, what just happened? And you're all thrown off your game. Not only is your crown tilted, but you're literally in reverse energy here. What is that all about? That is not my queens and kings here. We are not about being controlled, am I right? All right, hit that like button and definitely subscribe, guys. If you're resonating with these messages, I put elemental readings out for each sign, so that air, fire, water, and earth, and I will be putting the air sign one up here. I've got all the other ones out for this week, and I do a daily reading. So today we're doing what are we shifting into, or what do we need to be aware of? Well, this is this controlling type of energy, no matter what dynamic it's coming from, right? Because nobody deserves to control us in our lives. We are well aware of what we need to do for ourselves. And you know what? We can figure it out even so. We don't need somebody to try to be controlling. And thank God somebody got put in their place, right? All right, so let's clarify the energy of the Page of Pentacles for this person in the middle. Absolutely. The 2 of Wands. Spirit showed you, right? Spirit showed you the path that you needed to take. You knew your worth, and Spirit was showing you. It's funny how he's looking at the coin here, his own worth. And now it's almost like Spirit here is showing you your worth and showing you the right path to take, right? One where you're not going to be in this controlling energy and you can think clearly. All right, what's this Tower in reverse? Holding back. Absolutely. We're definitely going to hold back, hold our energy back from connecting with those kind of people who do nothing but bring conflict into our lives, or who leave chaos and destruction, right? Again, this was a near miss. You know what happened, and I feel like you're going to hold yourself back from this person. And again, this is clearly coming out as a narcissistic type of dynamic where somebody is controlling the other person, even if it is subtly, because, you know, he's not overpowering, but he's there. And perhaps he has that way of manipulating from a mental perspective, from a emotional perspective, perhaps even, right? What is this Justice energy in the past? Justice energy is the 9 of Cups, and this is in reverse. So the 9 of Cups in reverse is saying that this person did not deserve you, all right? And Spirit was watching over you, the angels, right? And cosmic justice has been served, even if it wasn't in court. But I feel like even if it was, that things are or were or are going to go in your favor, all right? So just have faith and know that the angels are supporting you at this time, because they know that you have been a very good person. You've done well by this person. I mean, we saw what we read, I should say, what this person required, literally for you to serve them like a god and to be a servant, literally. And does she look like she should be a servant? Not at all. Oh, and look at my nails. I got my nails done tonight. No, Belle is not a servant whatsoever. And nobody puts baby in a corner, right? 2020 when I said that. Absolutely. We know exactly what we're seeing here. What is this judgment in reverse? To me, that feels like somebody's already been given a couple of chances and the queen has turned her back. All right, she's looking within. You see that crane there? The crane always talks about looking within, and she understands her worth. Behind all of that, this is her sitting in her beauty, sitting in her power, because she knows who she is. She doesn't have to be flashy to everybody. All she has to do is turn her back and walk out. All right, and if you've already been given a couple of chances by this type of person, then you deserve to be left. Sorry. All right, so 2 of Cups. This is somebody I feel who is choosing themselves, understands their worth. And this, even though it looks a fair bit dismal because those 4 cups are tipped over, look what's in the background, the ship. Even if it's the light at the end of the tunnel and you still got a little ways to go, it's better than this feeling like all of your problems are so huge and that there's no end in sight. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no silver lining, all right? But here, the ship has sailed and you are on it, my friend, because once again, you know your worth and you've turned your back. You've put an end to anything that causes you to feel confused. Nobody should feel that way. Nobody should have to wear a blindfold or feel like that they can't trust themselves, right? Or to have somebody confusing them and making them believe things that really aren't true or good for them. Look at this energy. Does this not look like somebody who's trying to confuse somebody who's trying to say, you can never get away, you can never do better without me, you know? Look at all that I've got that I can support you with, perhaps, kind of thing. Or, you know, you'll never have this kind of relationship, this type of dynamic with somebody else. I am your twin flame, you know, whatever the case may be. Somebody is using some kind of control mechanism, and I really see this being like a mental and emotional, not so much a physical, because we don't really see those cards. I don't see any of the 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, you know, I don't even see 7 of Swords out here. But I do see, you know, this energy of someone basically, you know, causing the confusion from the aspect of the emotional and the worth, the value. Like this person doesn't feel as valuable, self-worth. It's hard for them to talk positive about themselves or to feel positive, even just day to day, moment to moment, you know? So this is an energy where when you're in that type of low vibrational energy, it is hard to feel like your ships can come in, but they absolutely can, as long as you remember your worth. Don't forget that, my friends. All right, if you remember your worth, put a heart or a ship or both down in the comments and say, I know my worth. I will always remember my worth. What is the crazy, sexy love message coming out for the collective today? It went right into my bowl. You saw that, right? That is so awesome when it does that. So a great way to get into a good mood is to dance. I love this card. It says, kick up your cute heels and move your glorious body. Feel the music and let go. Sweat your prayers and twirl to your intentions, so you can actually like say what it is that you want to bring in, all right? Or to get rid of these negative energies. Just it's more or less like distracting yourself, right, from all of these negative energies and people, and starting to really tap into what it is that you want in your life, all right, and bringing that in. So we're tapping into that energy. Every cell in your body will rejoice. It says exercise is so important to you. Well-being and healthy eating and processing your stress and emotions. So just like you got to eat good, right? And stuff like that, you've got to, it's the mind, emotion, and body, perspective. We got to put good things in to get good things out, basically. You can shake a tail feather alone, with friends, or with a passionate partner. Dance your gorgeous heart out. And this actually does make you feel good. It releases endorphins, and because you're moving and stuff, right? You're breathing deeply. This is bringing more oxygen in and overall helping you to feel better and better. So if you get to a point where you couple that with what you want to bring in, and you're dancing, and you know how wonderful that can feel. Come on, guys, when you're just dancing. And then imagine that you're thinking about all that you're going to accomplish and how that feels and everything, and you're even speaking it, and every cell in your body is now being charged through the water in your body with those messages. And so now you are even higher, charging that energy, so that spirit sees you, the universe sees you. It's like you're the spotlight now that spirit can pick up on, and maybe even see what is going on here. Because interestingly enough, I feel like this card of healing is coming out today after this energy. I feel like it's definitely going to take you some time, to feel more whole again and to be ready to step out into a new relationship. But what I feel that you are happy about now is that you understand what has been happening, and now you can move into a better place, right? It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So you see this, right? This is a time to nurture and heal yourself. Some really nice things I like to do is take some hot baths with wonderful essential oils like rose. I like lavender, lotus, and blue lotus particularly has been one that has been amazing as far as I'm concerned. I love the smell of it. I even mix like unrefined coconut oil with my essential oils, and I put it on my body. Oh, it's so beautiful. It smells so wonderful. You should really think about trying that. That is really great. Essential oils. And especially look at what the properties are that each one offers, because some really offer that calming effect that you may need, like the lavender. The lotus is just beautiful. So is jasmine and different ones like that. But just play around with different ones and see what you like. But it's going to be a time that, maybe go for massages, go for those walks by yourself or hikes. Just really spend time nurturing yourself. And I was going to say that I love to take like blankets and put them in the dryer and warm them up. And for me, I really like the feeling of warmth. I mean, like, she looks like she would be cold to me, and I would put a blanket over her. But that helps me to feel comforted. So find those things that help you to feel comforted and help you to feel, even if nobody else is around, like, somebody cares. You care about yourself, and that's what's going to help you to get through all of this. All right, and get to the other side, to that ship. Yes, it's coming because you remembered your worth, and that is what is most important. All right, thank you so much for joining me once again, and don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We will see you soon, and for now, blessings. Bye bye.